laptop, desktop, whatever you're on. Go to RudeboyRadio808.com. Rather listen through your iPad or Galaxy Tab. Get that free Rudeboy Radio 808 app, whether Facebook Live or even Live in Me. Check that video stream, too hot for TV. Believe me, we spin the records other stations won't. Give me all the new tracks other DJs don't. You're an entrepreneur and you're trying to come up, fly a kite to the crew and we can chop it up. So get seen and be heard so your brand can grow. Lamar, Mac, and Shane go. It's the Mac and the Don Show. Never heard of us before? Little homie, you late. Mac and Don Show blazing in the 808. Ah. Since 1834, Ayala Land Incorporated has worked hard to enhance land and enrich the lives of Filipinos. The developers of Makati City and Bonifacio Global City invite you to come to one of their events during the month of May 2018. Meet the president of Ayala Land International Sales, Anna Tatlanghari, May 9th at Ala Moana from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then join the rest of the Ayala Land Incorporated team at Max's in Waipahu on May 12th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And again on May 19th, 2018 from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Ayala Land Incorporated. There's more to real estate investment than you think. For inquiries about Ayala Land Incorporated or to RSVP, so Badik at 808-650-9740. KPHI 96.7, The Mix FM. It's another episode of the Mac and the Don Show with your boy Shango the Don Raga and
my Mac.
We got a lot of guests coming through tonight, all the way from the Philippines. We have the team from Ayala Land Incorporated, including their company president, Anna Tatlanghari. They'll be sharing a few words with us about what they do and what they can provide. Also coming up a little bit later on the program, we'll be paying tribute to one of our fallen brothers, Mo Love, producer, artist, visionary, you name it. For those who don't know, he recently passed away, and we'll be honoring him tonight and paying tribute to his musical legacy here on the program. In other news, a lot of things have been going on around the world. I mean, everybody's been keying in on the NBA playoffs and what's going on with your boy 45.
Kanye.
I wasn't even going to mention that.
Kanye, you already know we got to go in about the Kanye.
I wasn't really going to mention anything about brother Kanye.
Him than 45.
But since we're on the topic of brother Kanye, the whole comment he made about slavery being a choice. Now, I don't know about you, but the history that I know for any people that had to endure slavery, I don't think it was a choice.
No.
A choice means you come up to me and say, "Hey, would you like to be my slave?"
And I think that there was no options behind that either, too. You know what I'm saying?
No, you got either, which ones you want. You want the heavy chains or the shiny chains? Which ones you want?
Which one you want?
I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, the statement was made. I understand why he said it. I think I do anyway. Obviously, it was to get a reaction, and he's definitely doing that. He has an album coming out, so maybe all the sensationalism around what he said is being viewed as publicity towards the album, but I don't think that it's going to affect his album sales in a positive way, at least not in the African American community.
A lot of people saying that he didn't articulate himself real well, and that it kind of came out twisted, but I don't know. The guy from TMZ, he really had something to really say about it.
And he said it so eloquently.
Yeah, he really let him know.
I mean, he wasn't ignorant about it. Even Don Lemon of CNN sounded off about it. He was speaking with Charlemagne the God because Charlemagne the God had recently done an interview with Kanye West. So if you haven't seen it yet, or you haven't really checked out the full dialogue of it, you very well may want to go online on tmz.com and check it all out. But yeah, I don't know what to say about Kanye. Eve says she's done with him.
Who
Eve.
Oh,
Now, when Eve says she's done with you, yeah, that's kind of saying something.
right.
That's kind of saying something. But I think that for the large part, I could understand if he's saying that we're no longer slaves and we should do all that we can to break away from that slave mentality to think freely. And if that's what you meant, then that's what you should have said.
Yeah, he had to kind of word it more differently than what he said. But I think when the dude Van Lathan challenged him, he kind of went back on his rhetoric and kind of like he was shocked that somebody stood up to him. You know.
I don't even think that he knew how to respond to that.
Yeah.
I think he was stumped. I apologize, brother. Forgive me, brother. I mean, he asked for forgiveness and all of that, but dude, you should have really thought.
He was saying that he was on opioids and going through all this, these crises and things like that, you know. So,
I mean, everybody got an excuse when they screw up.
I mean, he hasn't been the same since the college dropout.
He hasn't been the same since he met Kim Kardashian.
Well, true that. Well, that's with everybody that meet the Kardashians. Nobody comes out the same. I don't know what it is in the Kardashians, but they make people crazy.
Wow, man. I don't know. But coming up a little bit later on in the program, like I said, we have the team from Ayala Land Incorporated. They'll be stepping into the booth to give you the 411 on what they'll be doing during their visit here in the islands, as well as our tribute to producer, artist, mentor, and aficionado of the music industry, Mo Love.
You know, Mo Love, real good guy.
Real good guy, man.
Real good guy.
Real good guy.
And as some would say, the GOAT, one of the greatest of all time that did his thing over here in Hawaii Navy, you know, so.
One thing I hope, though, that comes of all of this, I definitely hope that it kind of shows us that we got to honor our heroes now while they're here.
Right.
You know, we can't wait until they pass away and all of that to honor them. We need to do that here. And if nobody else is going to do it, we got to take it upon ourselves to do it.
Yeah, so it's just pretty much a celebration of life that we're honoring Mo Love tonight. Just a celebration of life. Because I'm sure his legacy will carry on because Mo Love has touched a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of producers here in the game, a lot of promoters. So it's not like Mo Love is really going away because Mo Love lived within us and each and one of us because we've all worked with Mo Love at one point or another. You know what I'm saying? So
very true.
He still lived within.
Very true. Very true. I couldn't have said that better myself, man. And I kind of want to just pull one out the gate. But the live stream, we'll be playing a few videos, not a lot. Really only selected 3 of what we felt were kind of the most poignant videos of music by Mo Love. But we have a lot of audio tracks from different artists who sent in music, from Ecstasy Tees, Rory T, Bigums, Hood Prince, Blood Brothers, and the Blood Brothers will be here a little bit later on. I know you was trying to call me, Gunner, but we was on the air, so.
Yeah,
but
my message on my Facebook. We can't talk to you after 9 o'clock.
But it just goes to show, man, there's a lot of people that want to be involved in this tribute, and it's a beautiful thing to see. It's definitely a beautiful thing to see.
Hey, thank you for everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, Live Me, IG, and all the other streaming platforms that we got set up here. So get ready for a dope show. We got a lot to cover tonight. We got a lot of guests that's going to come through tonight. So please kick back and got a little bit, post something out for the homie, and see what goes down. We are going to have phone lines open too tonight, huh?
Yes, the phone lines will be open after 10 p.m. Okay, after 10 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. The call-in number is 808-526-1180, and you can call and, show love to Mo Love, show love to the show, whatever it is that you want to do, make a shout-out. Say what's up to the artists that are going to be in the booth with us. 808-526-1180. But in the meantime, let's get into some Amp Fetty featuring Rich Fetty, $1 Million Phone. And when we come back, Ayala Land Incorporated. You're listening to the Mac and the Don Show on the Mix 96.7.
How I get these commas. When you come around, I hope your money's straight. I'm just trying to eat like a dinner plate. I got $1 million phone. I bet my do numbers. 100K, big bank, up and down the interstate. Catching plays, receiving like I'm Julio. Them kilos, trapping off the phone, got me counting C notes. Work me moving fast like a freight train. I'ma match the gas if the cops tryna chase me. Every time I cook in the kitchen, boy, your fabuloso on the stove, kill the damn scent. My phone doing numbers, I be getting them commas. I be serving the hustlers, that be serving the customers. Used to stand on the corner with the rocks in my mouth. Now I'm using money counters just to count up the knots. My phone is my best friend, my pistol is my down. I'm married to this money. I'm committed to these streets though. Every day I'm on beast mode, moving these kilos. I got $1 million phone. Bet my do numbers. Trapping off the phone. That's how I get these commas. When you come around, I hope your money's straight. I'm just trying to eat like a dinner plate. I got $1 million phone. Got $1 million phone. I bet my phone blowing up instead of keep jumping. Every day I gotta get to this money. Blue honeys, I be keeping them coming. Racing to it, I can running. Making plays like a Brady. Selling white, Slim Shady. Keep on whipping up them babies. All this work comes from Haiti. $1 million on the metro. Really got me feeling special. Keep a drum heavy metal. Drop it heads federal. Phone bumping, taking over the city. I ain't showing no pity. Ain't no stopping, man, I gotta go get it. Got the bag and I gotta secure it. Talking money, lose my number, grind a whole summer just to get the comers. Feeling like a bummer. Left the White House, still going through drama, but it was an honor. Counting up the numbers, never been a runner. Better have son, I ain't doing no frontin'. Looking for the money like it was a warrant. Energizer bunny, gotta keep it going. I got $1 million phone. Bet my do numbers. Trapping off the phone. That's how I get these commas. When you come around, I hope your money's straight. I'm just trying to eat like a dinner plate. I got $1 million phone. I bet my do numbers.
You're listening to the Mac and the Don Show on the Mix 96.9 FM. In the booth right now, all the way from the Philippines. Ladies, you have to get a little bit close to that mic over there.
Okay.
And go ahead and introduce yourselves, if you please.
Okay. I'm Anna Tatlonghari from Ayala Land International.
I'm Trina Aguas from Ayala Land International.
Welcome, ladies, to the Mac and the Don Show. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Now, with Ayala Land Incorporated, why should it be important to folks to invest in the Philippines now?
Okay. First off, thank you very much for having us. It's really our pleasure to be here.
You're welcome.
We've heard great stories about your show, and we're very, very happy to be here.
Thank you.
And to answer your question, why invest in the Philippines now? I think it's very clear that the fundamentals in the Philippines are very strong. The GDP last year was at 6.7%, and the forecast for the year is also between 6.7 to 6.9%. Exports are also up. The government projects and the spendings are also there, and a lot of investments are also coming in the Philippines.
Wow. So I take it that's a very, very good thing when you're talking about finance and economics.
Right, right. In fact, just recently, Philippines was actually voted by the new U.S. News as one of the best country to invest in.
So basically, a guy like me, I can go over there and become very rich very quickly.
Very rich, yes, but not really very quickly.
Oh.
What is the dollar ratio compared to you guys? What is you guys' currency called?
Philippine peso right
The
now
peso?
is 52 pesos for every $1.
Okay.
So your money can really go a long way in the Philippines.
Basically doubles, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
So why invest in real estate in the Philippines now?
Okay. Very main reason is that the prices in the Philippines when it comes to real estate is so much cheaper compared to the other ASEAN countries like Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan. And then the upside also is there in terms of capital appreciation. So whatever you buy from the Philippine properties now could be 40% higher in the next 4 or 5 years. It's very evident with the projects that we have sold and we have delivered over the years.
Now, is that dependent upon the size or you know, like if I buy an acre versus 5 acres, does that have anything to do with it?
Yes, first it depends on the location and the type of the property that you buy. So most properties in the Mega Manila, or what we call the Metro Manila, has a higher capital appreciation versus other parts of the Philippines. But our company has actually invested so much already on really putting a lot of effort and also developing other parts of the Philippines. So we can say that other areas would also have a good capital appreciation.
Very nice. Now, is it too late to jump in on this, or?
Not really. In terms of yield, meaning the money that the rental income that you can actually earn from a property, it's still there. It is still high compared to the other ASEAN countries. I think we're still number 2 or number 3.
So basically, your economy is booming right now.
That's right. That's very
Nice.
right. Yeah.
And it's before who's the last president? Was it Aquino?
Yes. President Aquino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's I know you guys got like a strong kind of president.
Yes, President Duterte.
time around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Do
think
you think it's because of that? The economy changed because of
the current
the current presidency.
We feel that the fundamentals has been there for the past 10 years, so we want to account that to probably the past 3 or even 4 presidents of the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, who exactly is Ayala Land?
Okay. Ayala Land actually is one of the largest property developer in the country. We have been backed up by one of the biggest conglomerate in the country, which is Ayala Corporation, with 180 years of experience for Ayala Corp.
Ooh,
And 30...
That's a lot of experience.
I know. We weren't born yet at that time. And 30 years experience for a company. So what we actually deliver is a master planned, large-scale, integrated, mixed-use estates where clients actually realize unsurpassed values of the property and also the quality of life that they get when they live in any property of Ayala Land.
Wow. Okay. Now, what makes? I mean, there are a lot of real estate investment companies out there, but what makes Ayala Land so different from all the rest?
Because we don't deliver just one building, we make it a point that we put everything in one estate, in one master plan estate, making sure that all the things that the community that they would need in terms of how it will thrive in the future is present in any developments that we have. So you talk about school, you talk about church, you talk about hospital, offices where they can work, malls, entertainment. Everything is really complete in one Ayala development.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm kind of sold already. But who is Ayala Land International Sales?
Okay. Ayala Land International Sales is our company. We actually represent the international sales and marketing. So that means our main market is really the Filipinos and the non-Filipinos. Filipinos living abroad. So, for example, here in Hawaii, there's close to 300,000 Filipinos here.
Yes.
And
No,
it's
that's
a
not
huge
West Coast.
it's a huge market. So over 10 million of Filipinos working and living all over the world. So that's basically our market. And then on top of that, we also cater to the foreign market. So there's a lot of Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese, Hong Kongese, Singaporeans who also look at the Philippine properties, Philippine property and Philippine as a destination for their investments. So
That is awesome, man. And that's the first time I've finally heard, what do you call people from Singapore? Singaporeans.
Yeah.
Got it. That one's for the mental over there. So now when I go over there, I knew what to say. Okay. Next question is, when it comes to your international clients, what type of investments does your international clients usually invest in?
Yeah, so for Ayala Land, there are actually several types of products, but the international market really prefers the condominium type of development because, yes, this is the most convenient one since they don't have to really worry about maintenance that much. So it's usually like a lock up and go type of scenario wherein they just need to lock up their unit and then they can go overseas and come back. They're sure that their stuff is still there.
Now I know where I left it. It was there when I left.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just hope it's there when I get back. Okay. Now, aside from that, what locations and projects do you recommend to clients to look into? So if I'm like me, I'm brand new to all of this.
Yes.
Brand spanking new. I don't own anything. I rent. I put it on credit. I hit the clearance rack. So for me, what's the best way for me to understand that?
Okay, in terms of location, the popular places are really Makati and Bonifacio Global City. So in Metro Manila, which is the capital of the Philippines, Makati and Bonifacio Global City are the top two central business districts and really the favorite of investors and also of Filipinos. It's really where all the office headquarters are located, popular shopping malls, and also different types of residential offerings. But also, the Ayala Land has developed other estates since not everyone can live in Makati or Bonifacio Global City, of course. So the other estates now that are up and coming are Arca South, which is located in Taguig, which is also very close to Bonifacio Global City and Makati. And once the infrastructure is completed, it'll be the closest estate or development to the airport, which is very convenient for the international market. Since
that sounds like money.
Because I mean, as soon as you land in the Philippines,
then you can just fly out, right?
yeah.
Right,
So that's the convenient. And another estate is also called Riddimz. So Arca South is located, of course, in the south of Metro Manila, and then our other the other Ayala Land estate is called Riddimz North, which is located in the north side. So that also caters to the market that likes the north. So Quezon City is also a very bustling and busy city. So at least there are several options for them to decide, because some of the Filipinos based abroad have family in the north, and some people have family in the south. So it's a very flexible type of choice.
Wow. Well, you got me sold. You definitely sold already. I mean, I'm just listening like, wow. If I just could, just get a small plot.
Please visit.
Yes.
Visit us in Manila.
Build my little one-bedroom shack and make a
You'll be
mint.
surprised how affordable it is.
My coworker, he goes back home over there for months at a time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's one of my coworkers. He's a Filipino guy.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
goes back there a lot.
You should go with him next
Yeah,
time.
Yes.
he's always trying to get me to go. He always be talking to me about investments and Bitcoin and all that type of stuff. He's always watching the stocks.
I have no idea what
Yeah.
Bitcoin is. None. I would fall prey to a scam quick. No idea. So while you guys are here in Hawaii, kind of getting off track a little bit, is this your first time coming to Hawaii, or have you been here many times?
Well, for our company, I think the last time we were here was like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But for me personally, it's actually my first time.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
Oh,
quite excited.
wow.
I've not seen any parts yet because I've been working for the past 2 days. So I'm excited for Sunday.
You guys got to get her out and about, man. And take her to the beach.
I know, on Sunday.
Especially in the Waikiki area, because some of the things that you just talked about, a lot of that is going on here in Hawaii now, with a lot of different places being raised and rebuilt in the form of condos and mixed-use properties.
Right.
So, and if you're not aware of it, our state or Hawaii in general, we've faced a shortage of affordable housing for well over 10 years. And the effects and repercussions of that are now being seen with the increase in our homeless population.
Right.
So with a scenario like that, what would Ayala Land kind of be able to, if the problem was presented to Ayala Land, what can you guys do to help us with, our lack of affordable housing here in Hawaii? What kind of approaches do you think you guys would take?
Well, that's a very tough question.